Yo ho, welcome in. Going live here. I'm trying to press the go live Instagram button and it's not letting me. It says I need to connect to a streaming software to go live. Oh, we got it now. Going live on the IG too. Woohoo! Party people. What's up? All right, so I am working again on my dream home. I want to work through and get this fully rendered so I can put up rendering videos on YouTube and actually like display this floor plan as something I can sell and or build. So this is almost exactly what I would design for myself. Thinking through, just a quick recap, thinking through, my wife and I, we're going to be empty nesters here in the next decade. So what does that look like? What do we want to do? We've often talked about just getting some land somewhere and building a smaller house, with an office in it for me, and then yeah, we go from there. So I wanted to take some live streams and design it, and also build a floor plan that I can sell online. Other people like it and want it. So that's the goal. If you're jumping in, comment, question, anything you want to know about the process, really any part of the process, honestly, let me know. Just drop it in the comments and I'll try to answer them for you. I have Instagram up here, and then I'm also on YouTube and Facebook, for those of you that are on those platforms. All right, let's get rolling. Here's the floor plan. I just turned the furniture off. This is the first floor. I wanted to be really concise with it. As a reminder, this is 24 by 48 feet, so it's a very efficient structure to build. Should be very minimal waste as far as sheathing and siding go. Concrete forms all come in those increments, So yeah, we got a lot of things working for us here. Nice, concise kitchen here. Big open great room dining area, built-in banquette here for the dining table. I'll show the furniture a little bit. I have a tree out right now just to make sure I have everything else dialed in. But today I'm actually going to do the lighting for the 3D model, because I learned something early on. The first few renderings I did, the interior renderings I did, there was no lighting on the inside. I was just relying on the sunlight going through the windows. I'm like, man, it looks so dark and dingy. Yeah, the rendering software it really shines. Pun intended. Oh yeah, there we go. It really shines when you do both, like use the sun lighting, but also add some artificial lighting. So these are pre-made components I made that are like the decorative fixture embedded with the light function in Enscape, so that it'll actually light up and show some artificial light in the rendering. So we're going to post some of those now. I have it all saved on its own layer as well, which I find really helpful, because it's just kind of in the way if you're modeling stuff later. So it's nice to be able to turn all that off if you need to. So this was another house I worked on. I just copied the light layer over. It's not a layer. I keep saying layer. It's not layers in SketchUp. This is a group. There are layers in SketchUp, but I never use them. I don't know. I never really learned it, and then I really found a need for it. So that's why I use layers. Interesting story, I know. Subscribe for more super interesting stories like that. All right, let's get some light in here. This is a can light and some vanity fixtures. In reality, With some of these renderings, I'm honestly kind of, I don't want to say lying, but it is not exactly true to what would happen in the real world. Like, this would be a fan light combo, but I just don't see the need to model that on the ceiling. If I show it in the video, it's going to be not even a half a second, so I'm not super stressed about it. I did want to get, though, one thing that I mentioned in the past live stream that I definitely want to add is, I want to make sure there's a window open as well. My bathroom to be dark. I have this plan set up for, I have two options. You could do mechanicals in this closet up front and do slab upgrade, and then put the water heater storage, go up the stairs. And then I have a basement option as well. That's what I'm showing you. It's just a basement. With the stairs coming out, obviously. And then I'm showing 8-foot main floor ceilings, which I know is a little bit rare these days. But I live in them now, and I don't really hate it. Both my wife and I are on the shorter side, so it's not like we really need the giant volume. And then with this floor plan, there's not much main floor area that really is 8 feet, because once you kick out to get this great room area, it's 2 stories. So I figured it'd be a way to save cost and get what we really wanted out of the plan and not spend it on all this volume that we wouldn't really use. It's just our bedroom, getting ready in the morning. And the kitchen is going to feel that volume from the great room too. So, yeah, window above a toilet that is not centered, and it should be centered. Let's move that over a little bit. Here's another thing with renderings too is sometimes if it's very specific rendering, I will get really dialed in with the exact dimensions. A lot of times I'll just fudge some of these numbers just to go fast and quick. Yeah, it's a tip from the pros. You don't need to get super dialed with all the measurements all the time. Okay, I'm just gonna do a flush mount fixture, set in this room, snap to the midpoints of those walls, do another one for this closet as well. Set that area. Let's do yet another one for the floor here, center of that door, and then a couple of cane lights. For this bathroom, probably should get a vanity picture there actually. Let's do that with those. I can't remember if it had the mirrors and the furniture there or not. Oh well. I'll grab that in a sec. Vanity fixture. Cutting down over that sink. I'm getting a lot more requests to do a little bit less traditional lighting in those powder rooms, or not powder rooms, but more like master primary baths. I'm getting a lot more requests to do what I'd say traditional lighting is the vanity fixture that goes right above the mirror. It's got 3 to 5 bulbs in it that all shoot down. That's what I would describe as traditional. The requests I'm getting are for sconces on the side, a can light above, or LED wrapped in the mirror, or LED, other places. A lot of cool stuff you can do with lighting. For our sake, I'm just going to show you traditional. Let's do let's need closets there. Now let's get some pendants. So how's everybody doing on Wednesday? Where are you all watching from? I see a number of you jumping in on Instagram, so I don't know if there's a question or something I can deal with. I'm gonna bring those lights up a little bit so we're not so close to that million. Oh yeah, we don't need a ton of lighting on this main floor here. All right, let's edit unhide all. Okay. All right, roof again. Then we got our second floor here. So upstairs, this is like an office area for me, with a board gaming table and board game storage there. On the opposite side, we got a built-in bench, like window seat, and the stairs. Maybe even do some shelving or something going off that staircase. I'm probably not going to model that though, because I don't know. Maybe I'll put pillows or books on that landing area, just to show some tchotchkes. That is, I think I mentioned that before, but that's something that definitely helps these renderings come alive, is the knickknacks and little things like that. Yeah, it matters a lot. It just takes a lot of time to do. Okay, let's see here. Let's get this furniture piece. Dresser for something. Goes over for the furniture layer as well. Okay. Put that on. Storage. We'll put that back on the bench and the stairs. Sometimes snapping a 3D like really messes with my mind, because especially in SketchUp, you just never know which direction you're going at times. So you could think you'd be able to have like face or plane, but then you end up putting it like 500 feet in the sky or something. Coffee break. Question for those of you watching on Instagram. So I see the portrait in my feed, but if you turn the phone sideways, are you seeing it in landscape? Or is it just even a smaller portrait? Like, it's really hard to see on Instagram. I haven't ever like been around someone that pulled it up, and I'm curious. Let me know. I've been posting more stuff on YouTube lately. Still working through that. I posted an ASMR video recently, which was like really fun to record. I just put headphones on, and then the shot is just my hands typing on the keyboard, and then I mic'd up the keyboard and the mouse and stuff. Put some ambient music behind it. And yeah, it was fun. One of the reason I mentioned that, one of the early shots I had, there's like a hair on my sweater, I think from my daughter, and it was just like, you know, a single hair you don't really sometimes it happens, you don't really notice, but in the shot, I was like right on my wrist, and that was like all I could see after I edited it. It's like, oh gosh. So I needed to record another 30 minutes of me just random typing on my keyboard.
Okay, this isn't great. My camera temp was high. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try and fix that with something here. Got a cooler. Oh yeah, see, I got this little camera cooler. I just haven't put it on yet. So we're gonna put that on now. Okay, we have duplicate cameras now. That's exactly what I wanted. There we go. Hey, I'm back. Live stream is saved. Can y'all hear me? It looks like audio is coming through. Okay. Thanks for hanging with me. Let's put some books on the landing. I think that's where we were. Let's turn those books. That's a nice deep window seat. That's kind of cool. We'll do one more set of books. Okay, one annoying thing about the rendering software is I don't know which way those are facing. So I need to actually pull up the rendering and see before I'm going to be able to see anything. And like I was saying earlier, sometimes stuff like this is just floating. And you can't really tell until you're at a different angle. And then you need to get all right face. Okay, I don't think my software has any board game boxes that I can render. So I'm going to have to settle for books. Even though anyone that knows me knows I'm not reading those books. There's no way. I don't know if that's going to look cheesy with the same set of books and 3 different shelves or not, but we'll find out. We'll find out together, gang. Okay, lighting for the upstairs. Let's get out of the furniture group and let's go back to the lighting group. Let's just copy this up, huh? Copy that whole thing up, but then I'm going to select it and delete. It's another nice thing about groups is like just select and delete what you do and don't want. Somebody is messaging me on Discord. Hopefully the little bloop bloop didn't pop up in all your ears. All right. Let's see here. Upstairs, we don't need pendant lights for the office. We'll probably just do cans up there. This vanity fixture can go to this wall here. Oh, it doesn't look like I've got mirrors. I need to find a mirror. And then we don't need that there. We'll do the flush mount in the bedroom. Right in there. Move the cans to the bathroom. I'm excited to show the rendering on this. I think it'll be fun. flush mount in the laundry. Sure, I like it. And then another flush mount over the stairs. That right spot. Yeah, ish. Okay, and then let's just do an array of cans for the office. Probably be on like a dimmer or something. Six is probably plenty for up there. Oh, and then we need to do that same thing for the great room. Okay. All right. I think I can live with all that. I keep going back and forth on whether I want to do clear story windows on this great room. I know it's a lot of wall space. Yeah, I just don't know. Sorry, going back through Instagram. All right, let's see here. I think I want to model, finish the exterior, and then we're going to put this on the site. Oh, mirrors. I need a mirror from somewhere. Hopefully there's one. There is one on this. That looks like that is on the lighting layer. Weird. I'm just going to put it with the first floor model, I think. I'll do mirrors on both baths real quick. Because that's an 8-foot ceiling, those are short. What am I? Yeah, okay. 2 feet shorter. That light needs to move as well. Tell right now it's not really centered. Okay, and on this mirror, let's copy it to the powder bath. Oh wait, that's second floor. I need to copy that mirror. Let's hide our second floor. Let's hide our lighting. Let's hide that furniture. And then let's edit our first floor. Mirror there. Then mirror above the primary vanity too. And there we go. See here, that's not really centered either. Just come down a little bit. A little bit more. Wait. Okay. Now edits. Let's unhide all. Okay, we got lighting. We got furniture. I need to model this door going into garage. I'll probably just do the same door for sake of time, even though probably when that gets built, it wouldn't be a half light door. Stuck inside the house. Call is coming from inside the house. 6. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind that you can peek in there and see for the rendering at least. That'll be nice. Might not even get an angle of that, actually, now that I think about it. Okay. Now I want to... One thing I've noticed is actually there's like a material hatch pattern to do the metal roofing, which you can do, but if you actually model it and like model the ridges, it turns out really, really neat. Arguably a lot better. So I'm going to do that with the roof now. First, we're going to copy this 1 inch down. I'm going to bring all these like an inch out. Oh, that only works the one way, doesn't it? Duh. I got it. We're good. Oh, maybe I could do an inch this way. Yeah, no one's gonna. No, that doesn't work. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. All right. So what we're gonna do here is a line snap on there, and then come out 2 inches. I'm just gonna make like a little triangle here, really. Come over 1/2 inch. Let's make sure those are symmetrical. I know this isn't exactly what those ridges look like, but just this level of detail is enough to make it work. I'm gonna push pull. I'm gonna push that all the way in to the edge of the house there. Okay, now we're just gonna go get like a metal color. So this is silver, which will be like extremely reflective when we render it, which is, we don't want that. No, that doesn't look or feel real. Yeah, it's got 100% metallic reflection on it. So I'm going to keep some reflection, but bring it way down. We'll make that more of a charcoal color as well. Okay, now those ridges, let's just have be 24 on center. 48, 72. What's after 72? 96. 120. Do that right? Who subscribe to the channel for the math content? Okay, and then we're gonna just select all those. Do like that. Sweet. Okay, now I can bring that group as a whole. That's our original guideline. I don't need that anymore. Now, because this is the same pitch, I can just bring this over, snap it on the other roof, flip it around. This is a level of modeling I wouldn't always do. But for like a floor plan that I want to sell, that's going to be on YouTube for forever. I feel like it's worth it. Let's see here. Do I just want to like transform this layer? That'd be weird. Yeah, that will be weird. How do we cut these all at the... I'm sure someone knows this. See, that changed the pitch though. Maybe just go like that. Yeah, it's probably enough. It's not perfect, but no one said it had to be. And then let's add a handful of these. Okay, cool. We got a house. Let's save that. I'm going to delete all the extra stuff. I have all this saved elsewhere because I'm going to import this, and I just want to import the house. Oh, shoot. I just deleted all our lighting. I don't want to do that because all this was connected to the lighting in the house. Okay. That's better. Oh, one more thing with lighting. We're going to go back to our lighting layer. And I'm going to copy one of these lights themselves. Actually paste the, so this is the element that will, when I pull it up into the rendering, will actually produce light, and it'll generate reflections and stuff. So I want to put those on the house, on our light fixtures, so that we can get some effect from the outside. All right, now let's go edit, unhide all. Okay, we're going to save this template file. And we're going to go to our site plan. I have just like a preset site saved that I use for a different house. So I'm going to delete this house, and then we're going to import that model that I just saved. Here we go. Okay. So this is a big site I made a while back. I'm just like picking a spot that has some of the attributes that I want in it, like a driveway up to the garage door, so I don't have to remake all that stuff. Okay, and then we're gonna hide that, delete all these plants that are living inside there. We don't need any of those. Okay. And then let's unhide that last item. Okay. That's a truck. We'll render. Let's pull this driveway out. So it's like width of the garage door. And then we can start to make our renderings. I'm probably not going to render here on the while I'm live, just because it's pretty taxing on the graphics card, and it's kind of boring too. You just end up like waiting for it to load. Oh, that didn't complete a line for us. We'll just do this. This will be easier anyway. That driveway isn't exact, obviously, but it's good enough for our purposes to show what's going on. Okay, hang with me. We're almost to rendering. You get to see it all put together. Nope. Why won't that loop close? Sketchup can be super finicky with stuff like this. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna close that loop. Alrighty. Let's fire it up. Hopefully nothing crashes. Nothing has crashed yet. That's a win. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Oh yeah, it's in the mountains. We don't actually live in the mountains. I just thought the mountains would be cool to render. All right. There's our house. Let's do a lap around. I think if I'm going to sell this plan online though, like I'm intentionally going really simple with the form and finishes and stuff. But if I were to sell it online, I think I'd doll it up some just to give it some pizzazz. Those windows aren't flush to the exterior, so you can see the white. That's annoying me, but we'll fix that in a future iteration. Okay, let's go inside. All right, walking in the front door, we got powder off to our right. Got the primary off to our left. Primary suite. I got a walk-in closet here. This walk-in closet has a window there. Then go back to the rest of the house. Kitchen. Island, plenty of room for 4 stools. We'd probably fit a 5th if we wanted. Nice open kitchen. Good amount of storage there. Walk-in pantry is here. I like that that's anchoring the loft area too, which helps with bearing and all that as well. Oh, that ceiling is black. I don't need that. Oh, that's probably the metallic silver. Actually, that's the roof layer. Yeah, cool. Fire pit out back. Okay. Then going upstairs. Yeah, that metallic black is like soaking up all the light too, which would feel way more airy up here if that were white. Let me change that real quick, actually. Okay. Gonna come in here. Grab a color. Yep. That was it. Hey! Now it's a white ceiling. Yeah, it does feel way brighter in here. And then I got this glass partition wall. All those books are backwards. Knew it. Little office space. Couple windows on that back side there. And then we have laundry room here. And then I guess bed or bonus bed. Here, windows to the front. Their own private bath. We don't exist in the mirrors. We're obviously some sort of ghost or apparition, which is fun. Sweet. I think it's ready. There's a handful of, little elements here and there that I think I could still add to give it a little more life. But overall, I think the floor plan's pretty close. It's a small floor plan and be easy and affordable to build. I love stuff like this. Obviously, this is why I'm designing it for my own personal house. When I started doing renderings and live streams, putting a Tesla in the garage wasn't like this massive political statement. And now it is. That's just a carryover from when it's just saved on the furniture layer. So it's a carryover from that. So nobody freak out on me, okay? Oh, man. All right, shorter live stream today. For those of you on Instagram, you got any questions about home design or the building process or something, I'll keep this up for a couple more minutes. Feel free to type away. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up here in a minute. We'll do a quick coffee break while you are typing out your your questions. We'll go from there. Let's see here. Let's go back to the kitchen. Ooh. Probably need to show a deck or patio or something off the back there. Maybe I'll do a covered porch for the rendering. Probably need to show a service door too. I had a service door in a house and we never used it and it was super annoying. And so I never put them in houses, but everybody asked for them. Like, I never think to put them in houses. Everybody asked for them. I get why people want them, but it's just not a thing that, yeah, really worried about. Okay, let's try and show night. Sometimes this makes the PC crash. Because just a lot is going on with both live streaming and all those shadows generating. Oh yeah, if I do a night shot for like the thumbnail or something, I'm gonna need a little more light on the house itself. Let's see, what about sunrise? Be cool. There's some cool angles in there. Yeah, the light is like blinding. It's hard to get the lighting right. You know exactly, but just join in. What is your rendering program? Also, do your online plans require engineering? Yeah, you would need to get local structural engineer for it, but yeah, message me and we would talk. This rendering program, so I built the model in SketchUp. This is SketchUp here, and then there's a plugin, Enscape, and that's what we're looking at. Enscape renders it and adds the lighting and shading and some of the material patterns and depth and all that. Like the grass, this is Enscape. This is kind of cool. The grass is actually blades of grass that move around in the sun. Every time I do this, I feel like of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, so I was born in the 80s. So yeah, so there's some cool parts about it. I like Enscape a lot. It's easy to use, easy for my workflow. Plugins work good with works well with others, kind of a thing. Let's see here. I need to edit the sidewalk approach here. Oh, if there's grass material on the backside, that's probably what's happening actually. There's grass material on the backside or underside of this surface, which there is. It will actually like poke through. Yet another annoying little quirk of the material render. I'd probably need to make that a curve too to make it feel more natural. Anytime you can avoid like the hard edges in rendering, especially when you're playing with what should be a natural material, it helps you a lot just in feeling lifelike and real. Sweet. Any other questions before I wrap up here? Thank you for those of you that watched, followed along. Appreciate it. The whole thing and all the other ones are on YouTube. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've been doing a lot of stuff there. It's been fun. But yeah, YouTube's a lot of work. YouTube's a lot harder than Instagram or TikTok. but we're getting there. All right, last chance. Last chance for questions, I mean. Let's crank the tunes. Alrighty, looking like we're not having any last questions, so I'll wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being here. Have an awesome